How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
You guys are busy.
Busy?
I had that crash out here.
Oh, down here, yeah. What was the deal with that?
Yeah, it was just right there off of Franklin.
There was one up here,
That
yeah.
was the one, Franklin.
Everybody okay?
You know what? Somebody was driving. This is witnesses, of course. Somebody was driving a remote control car,
Right.
and they went in the middle of the road. Well, a truck or a truck driver
Oh.
stopped. And then this young gal, about 19 years old, she stops, and then the guy behind is like, "Oh no!" And then he goes and turns, and then hits her. Yeah, it was just a mess.
One of those deals.
Trying to find the guy with the remote control car, but I was like looking for a needle in the haystack.
He's not going to talk about
He's
it.
not gonna talk about it. Well, I know I got a description of the car and the plate and stuff like that, but like I told the guy, because we have to give him a ticket, unfortunately, because he could have avoided it. And I kind of explained to him that could have been a basketball, it could have been a little boy, it could have been a piece of wood. It's something blocking the road that nobody had any control.
Right.
over. It's just kind of.
So, wasn't he rear-ended though, or did he hit somebody?
No. So the young gal that got hit, she was the second car from the hay truck. Hay truck just kept on going after the car left.
Right.
Hay truck was gone. Young gal, she was just kind of stopped, and then the guy that hit her from behind just looks up, oh, and he goes to turn a little bit, and then just kind of catches her.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Well, yeah, I'm no big fan of this. Somebody has to get a ticket thing, but
I know.
I feel like the only one who tends to profit in these things is the state, and everybody else loses.
What it is, like I was telling these guys, I have this on Facebook part of my job, and it's almost like you cut somebody and you go, here's some salt, take it. So it's kind of a bummer. How's business? You guys been busy?
We've been really busy just with all the stuff going on in the world, and I'm doing a lot of my, business stuff. I don't do a lot of custom portrait sessions these days just because I got so much other stuff.
Oh.
So I still do them, but I do a lot of educational stuff online, and then with all the political stuff and everything, I'm kind of always on the run. So
yeah. Right on.
Yeah, but hey.
Well, I thought I'd say hi. And
yeah, well, hey, I was glad to see your car marked.
You've been busy. I don't drive that car.
Tell that guy to get with the program.
I'm not proactive.
Is that who they put in those cars? Is the guys that are more likely that enjoy the traffic stuff a little more?
Not that they enjoy it; they're just really good at it, and they're that car is really designed for aggressive drivers that are just going down I-90, whoa, like 90 miles an hour. And they see us, of course, they're not going to do that. But that car.
Well, isn't that the best deterrent right there?
Yeah.
Well, look, there's cameras on. I don't expect you to say anything, but it's it is what. I just wish that it was less about revenue, and it's interesting. Look it up sometime. I don't know how they get away with this, but the 7th Amendment says that you can't have any civil suit for, which is what a traffic ticket really is. You're saying, hey, you owe us this because there's no jury trial. There can't be any civil suit for an amount over $20 without a jury trial.
Oh, is that what
and I'm like, how do they get around that with these? The tickets keep going higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, when I first started, it was like $124 for the basic ticket. Now I think it's $136.
Yeah, I don't know, man. At some point, it's like you're gonna have to say, wow.
You gotta fix your flag, bro.
I know.
You're like a constitutional guy, man. You gotta have a good flag up there, man.
I was actually going to replace it, and I thought that kind of represents the state of my country right now, and I left it up there.
That's funny. I gotta go, man.
All right. Take care. Be safe.
His trooper. I don't know what his name was. I should have got his name. But I was watching his traffic stop, and he just pulled in to have a chat with me. So look at that. Look, we disagree on a lot of things because I don't like this whole running around writing tickets for the government, stuff like that. But I just want to point out that I'm not the enemy of the police. And most of these police officers, I disagree because I don't feel like they're doing their job in the constitutional sense. They're not upholding their oath. They're not arresting the judges. They're not arresting the real criminals. It's become more about harass and collect than serve and protect. But at the same time, I don't have any hate, for any of these guys. And this guy's pretty cool. But at the same time, part of me is like, well, he's pretty cool. At the same time, I'm like, and he's also working for the system that extorts and harasses and collects and abuses and the whole system. Our whole system, liberty's gone in this country, and it's all the way rooted back all the way down to the humble traffic ticket. Government can take from you, so they will, and even the humble traffic ticket is a crime punishable by death in reality. You don't pay your traffic ticket, they take your license. You drive without a license, they try to arrest you, you try to defend yourself, you end up in a box. So, but I think it's cool when I can have a cordial conversation and we can talk shop. And I think that there's a lot of officers out there, you know, I have a pretty high mark for what a good officer is, because there's so much corruption in government that is being ignored, you know. But at the same time, just like every other faction, just like every other group, people are people. And if we can get through to people, you know, if we can appeal to our sensibilities and our love for our neighbor and try to get people to challenge themselves and think and say, well, you know, what do I want to be doing? Am I upholding my oath? Where do I want to stand? Then that's a good thing. And when we got guys like this officer, and I should have got his name, he acted like he knew me, but I don't think I've met him before. Maybe I have. But I don't know, maybe I've got him on another video somewhere. But when you got officers that don't have an attitude of I'm better than you, and that was cool with this guy, is that there's not this attitude of I'm better than you, what are you doing wrong? Now you can treat each other as equals, you can approach each other as equals, and you can address the issues. And we have this issue in America where government, they don't treat us as equals. We're not equals to them, we're serfs and they're masters, and that has to change. Our patriots in prison, the abuse of judicial system and the Constitution all over this nation, it has to stop. We have to step up, and we have to do something about it. And yeah, my flag is pretty battered, and I really could replace it, but wow, I mean, this right here, this is the state of my nation right now. It breaks my heart. I do want to mention one thing. When this officer pulled up, he seemed friendly. He'd waved. I was watching his traffic stop over there, you know, just kind of saying, peeking out the window, making sure the car was marked. And he didn't interact with the driver for long. He said a few things, and then they went on their way, which was cool. He didn't write a ticket or anything like that. And he turned around and he pulled over here to chat, which was cool. But of course, smart protocol is you always turn a camera. You know, anytime there's a public official or a police officer in a public place and they're approaching you, even if it's for a cordial conversation, always turn on the camera and keep it rolling, because you never know. And this was a really good conversation, so that's great. And I'd like to have more of those. I have a standing officer to any police officer, on or off duty, to go sit down and have a cup of coffee with me, talk about law, talk about liberty, justice, and restoring that, a return to honoring our oath and to upholding the rule of law and holding public officials accountable. And that offer still stands. It's all coming to a head. Liberty is ended in this nation. The rule of law is gone, and there's a lot of people that are still realizing that. Cool cop here. You know, let's have conversations with people like that. You know, let's reach out to people that, even though we tend to have bitter disagreements with them on things, let's look for ways we can unite. Not with evil, not with tyranny, but pull the people from every faction and from every region and from every race and color and belief and say, let's stand together for liberty. Let's hold these guys accountable. Let's honor our oaths. Let's restore the rule of law so that our children can be free.